Okay, so I think we can also speak about Changzhou for a while.
Mhm.
Uh, well, I agree that this is a team, one of the worst teams in the league.
Mhm.
Uh, would also bet that they can be relegated after the season.
Mhm.
Uh, I know that they have also financial problems because they had transfer ban and they have signed new players just in the last day of the transfer window.
Mhm.
So I think everything will be very not well prepared. I think
Can
for
I
this.
ask you why they had this transfer ban? What rules they
Well,
broke?
I was also surprised because when I checked the rosters and I saw that Sanjo didn't sign any new players, and
Mhm.
but I didn't see why
Mhm.
they had it, but finally they had to uh, get approval for sign new players, so
Mhm.
they have uh, they have signed I think four new foreigners.
Mhm.
But I also would like to speak about Oscar Maritu,
Yeah.
which, if we go back 4 or 5 years before,
Mhm.
so if I remember well, he was 18 years old player in
Mhm.
second division in China, and he scored many goals. And
Mhm.
he was playing in Yanbian and then
Mhm.
Shanxi, Chang'an, and
Mhm.
he was one of the best strikers in the second division.
Mhm.
I was very
Mhm.
interested how would he play in the Chinese Super League, but he didn't
Have
play
chance.
well. I think
Mhm.
for me it's one of the biggest disappointment of the last few seasons that uh, I thought that he could even be a player for the national team. Of course, his nationality
Which
is
country?
Congo. He's
Congo.
Congo,
Mhm.
but he spent more than 6 years in China, so maybe he could even get Chinese nationalship. But at the moment,
How old
I
is
don't.
he?
He's 24, so he's very young.
Oh, so he's young. So this will
Yeah,
be
but
some player to watch during this
yes,
match.
but he didn't rise up like I thought that he would be.
Mhm.
So he's not good enough at the moment.
Okay.
Uh, but
So what?
still
Mhm.
he is the leader of Changzhou.
Mhm. And what's your
So yeah,
prediction for the
yeah for the
match?
game. Yeah, I think they also shouldn't be any surprise, and
Mhm.
Beijing should win 2-0.
2-0. Okay. I guess also 2-0. Mm. And then we go to Chengdu and Qingdao. Qingdao Hainiu. Mm.
Well, for me, Chengdu is one of the most interesting clubs
Mm-hmm.
in China because
Mm-hmm.
of the fans, the
Mm-hmm.
atmosphere on
Yeah.
the stadium.
Mm-hmm.
You can see that there is a big football culture in the city, and
Mm-hmm.
maybe this is also the reason that the
The other
club,
one left.
yeah, one club
Mm-hmm.
left for another city. So we are
Mm-hmm.
talking about the Shenzhen
Mm-hmm.
Bank City,
Yeah.
and for me. I was sad that Chengdu didn't get to the Asian Champions League
Yes,
because
this one match I remember they were bit struck. I remember they beat Beijing Guan in a away
Mhm,
match, yeah,
yeah,
with one man short, one player short. I did
yeah.
analyze too. But which match was that? Do you remember that determined the position, the final position?
I think the last match day was very interesting because they were
Mm-hmm.
Zhejiang,
Mm-hmm.
Chengdu, and Shanghai Shenhua, which
Oh,
were fighting for the
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
third place, and
Yes,
it was very the situation was changing during this
right. So
game,
it
and
depends
yeah,
on the.
unfortunately,
Mhm,
Chengdu was in the fourth position, but
mhm,
Shanghai Shenhua,
mhm,
who won the China Cup, get to
mhm.
the Asian
Ah,
Asian cups uh, because they won China Cup, and Chengdu, even
Mm-hmm.
they were four, they didn't get to the
See,
Champions League.
that's right.
Yeah.
But Shanghai Shenhua didn't do well, or they haven't started this new season, AFC Championship. You,
Well, they will play, I think, the next season,
the next.
2024, 2025. Yeah, because yeah,
Uh-huh.
like China is playing spring.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's right,
Yeah,
that's right.
there's
Mm,
another. Yeah,
yes.
so that's why they won with Chengdu,
Mm-hmm.
even though they were in the fifth position and Chengdu was four. But I think they are. It's possible for them to get in the top three
Mm-hmm.
this season. They also get some new players, like we spoke about Wei Shihao. For me,
Mm-hmm.
also, it's quite disappointing to see him changing the clubs in China.
Mm-hmm.
A few years ago, I thought that he will be next Wu Lei to go
Mm-hmm.
to Europe,
Yeah, yeah,
but
agree.
now he's 28 years old, and I don't think he will go back to Europe. I
And
think
mm-hmm.
he lost his talent. Of course,
Mm-hmm.
he's still quite young. He's
Mm-hmm.
28.
Mm-hmm.
Wu Lei also went to Europe when he was 28, but
Yeah, yeah.
uh, it's a different player. I think Wu Lei was better in this age.
I think because also he changed many clubs during the years, the past. Yeah,
Mm.
1 year, even he played in Beijing Guan, and later he went to Evergrande and maybe Shanghai Shenhua also, or Shanghai Port. I don't remember. I didn't keep track on that, but it's so you see this pattern, why he is changing all the time. Maybe because the club doesn't want him. They think he's a
Maybe.
he's a trouble. That's why.
Yeah,
Um,
and Qingdao, well,
mhm.
also one of the teams with
Right.
the worst roosters in the league.
Uh-huh.
I think they will also fight to avoid relegation this
Mm-hmm.
season.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, well, last season they had a player well known in Poland, Felicio Brown Forbes, who
Uh-huh.
played in Wisła Kraków, Raków Częstochowa, and
Uh-huh.
now he went from Qingdao to India.
Uh-huh.
So I think they lost a very good striker. He was one
Mm-hmm.
of the best players in Qingdao,
Mm-hmm.
and I think they didn't sign any new foreigner
Mm-hmm.
this season,
Mm-hmm.
if I remember well. So, well, in my opinion, the second team from Qingdao will be better.
Yeah,
So
because at
Qingdao
least
West Coast,
they invest, a
yeah,
lot of.
probably they will be better than Hainyo.
Mm-hmm.
So my prediction, well, Chengdu should win 2-0.
2-0, okay. I also agree with you. Chengdu, maybe 3-0. Mm. And I
Yeah,
like the captain, Tim Chow. I this match against Beijing Guan last season, yeah, they were down to 10 players, but Tim Chow really had the best match. If not him, I think they wouldn't be able to leave Walker Stadium with 3 points. I think they got 3 points. Yeah, they score at the last minute even. Yeah, so I think he's the best defensive center midfield in not only in China but maybe in the whole Asia, and he still has the quality to play even in actual league. I think for
yeah,
him, plus CSL is just too easy. um, yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know much about Qingdao Hainyu. Well, Coulson, you can.
yeah. I
Think.
also very like Tim Chow, this player.
Mm-hmm,
When he play in Henan, I pay attention to him
mm-hmm.
because of Adlin. They're in the same
Yeah,
club.
yeah.
Um, so yeah, I agree with that. Chengdu is a very interesting team. They have Tim Cho and Ickerson.
Mm-hmm.
So they already have a good basics, and they make some reinforcement during the winter transfer window.
Mm-hmm.
I think they signed two defenders. Let's check from the Korean League. He's a center back from Netherlands, and another is Gorfinker. He's from Israel, play in the left back. So they make some reinforcement on their back line, and so I think that this team will be even better than last year.
Season. Mm-hmm.
So last year they got a fourth place in the league. I think they will have maybe third place this season.
Mm-hmm.
So for the prediction, I think they will have 3-0.
Also 3-0.
Because Qingdao Hainyu, they are maybe one of the worst club in this league. I'm sorry, but that's the fact.
Okay, so because we have limited time, we need to speed up a little bit. We go to Zhejiang and Shenzhen, and maybe I talk about a little bit this Shenzhen's what do you call it? I don't know, Shenzhen Xinpeng or something.
Shenzhen Peng City.
Yeah, and they were bought by Citigroup, the same owner of Man City. So that's something new for Chinese club. It's another way to develop, or maybe they are also want to invest in a longer period. And the foreign players they bought Thiago Andret from Andrat from this Palana Atletico in Brazil, and I think this is probably the most expensive player now in CSL.
Yeah, 5 million.
Yeah, and who's only 23 years old. So this is the player that we can see maybe use. What
I saw that he's a striker and he scored only one goal last year.
Yeah.
Well, maybe he's not a striker. Maybe a different position. We'll see.
Let's see. But also, I'm also quite interested to see how we will play in CSL.
Yeah, because you know what? They also hired the Hong Kong player, this Matt Orr.
Yeah.
I really like him from 2 years ago when we played this East Asia Cup against Japan. Even they lost 0-6. But Ayun Jia and some of his teammates did very well. And during the Asia Cup, I don't know if you watched the match between Iran and Hong Kong, he had 19 aerial dual attempts. That's I think the most of all center forward in this tournament. And not only he has this attribute, but he's smart. The way how he moves, how he help with defense also. Most of the time when you see attacking player, they only wants to hold the ball, but they never want to put same amount of effort in defense. But he's very different. It's very pity he's already 27 years old. Otherwise, maybe he has a bright future and could maybe come to Europe to play. And yeah, last season I think he was MVP of our second division. He scored 15 goals and 2 assists.
The best player.
Yeah, and probably many Chinese fans don't see Hong Kong players as top division level, but from what I saw in the Asia Cup, they did better than our national team as a team. Yeah, and there are also a couple of Hong Kong players that sign with Chinese clubs.
Yeah, I think the level of Chinese Super League is lower than a few years ago. That's why more Hong Kong players can join the league.
Yeah, well, that's one
Yes,
thing, but also maybe the Hong Kong League is not as low as what we
Maybe.
expected.
Yeah.
Especially this Jeju, they play AFC Championship every year. So when they play against strong team from other Asia country, they also have learned or gained experience. And Zhejiang, for Zhejiang, I like this. What's his name? Li Tixiang, who is already 34, 35 years old, but he has the swag when he plays. It's very different from the rest of Chinese center midfield.
Yeah.
Uh,
And
it's
so I
only
have one question to you because there's also one interesting young player,
uh-huh,
Wang Yundong,
uh-huh,
17 years old
uh-huh.
player. What do you think? He will get a chance to
Which team?
in Zhejiang?
Zhejiang.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Let me see.
17-year player Wang Yudong.
Wang Yudong. Oh,
So
okay, Wang Yudong.
yeah,
Okay, he's
do
everybody
you think he
asks.
will? Do you think he will?
Everybody in
Yeah,
TikTok and about Wang Yudong, what I think about him. I think um, if the Chinese fans like him, I can't say no. I can't say he's not good enough. But if he wants to play in Europe, to come here to play, he needs to get uh, faster because he's different from the Japanese player or winger that play, let's say, Morishita in Liga. I don't know if you watch Morishita in Liga.
yeah,
He is very fast. Yeah, he's quick. He has good agility. But Wang Yudong, I think, is more like a technical player. He likes to hold the ball, make some move, but the speed, this extra 10, 20 meters ability, he needs to work on that. But who knows? Maybe he improved. I haven't seen him since last 1 year ago when China U17 played this
yeah. I remember also.
qualification, match.
Well, and about Zhejiang, so they lost Mushekfi, who was the best scorer in the history of the team,
Yeah.
but they still have Leonardo, who was the top scorer of Chinese Super League last season. They loaned him from Shandong Taishan. So I think it's the best transfer of Zhejiang that they keep this player because I think he will also fight for the top scorer this season.
Leonardo.
Yeah.
Why Shandong loaned him to Zhejiang?
Good question
Competitor.
because when I checked his biography, that he was in Shandong since 2021, and he was almost every season he was loaned to another team, to Hebei, to Changchun,
Changchun.
to Zhejiang. So I don't know why, because now when they lost Zeka, he would fit perfectly for
Yes.
this team.
He already gained all the experience in
Yeah,
China.
of course.
Yeah.
That's why I'm also very surprised that they didn't keep him.
Okay, so what's your prediction for this match?
Draw 1-1.
Draw. 1-1.
Yeah, I also want to bet 1-1.
1-1. I think. If you all go 1-1, maybe Shenzhen will win. Let's say, something.
I hope
Maybe.
they will do some surprise singing in the next
Maybe
transfer window for Shenzhen.
Shenzhen.
Yeah,
Okay, so
because they didn't do anything surprise in the window transfer windows. So that's a pity.
this
But
5
let's see.
million is a lot.
Yeah.
Brazilian player. Well, I'm curious about this Thiago. If
But
he's worth 5 million.
But he only scored one goal in Major League Soccer,
Okay.
and probably few games start in the Brazilian league. So let's see. Maybe he will doing well in Chinese Super League.
Yeah, we don't know. Last match, Meizhou versus Shanghai Shenhua. Whoever
Well,
wants to go.
Shanghai Shenhua won Super Cup and they played quite well. So of course they have new coach. They have Russian coach Leonid Slutsky. He's well known in Europe, I think. But I don't think that he's a very good coach.
Why not? I agree with you,
I'm
but
not sure.
I'm curious why you think this way.
When we meet in the end of the season, you will see that he will be sacked and he will be changed by Wu Jingwei for the sixth time.
Why do you think he's not good enough?
I don't know, just a prediction, but
so
yeah.
it's just out of
he didn't have very good results in the
CV,
previous teams.
from
Yeah.
the previous team.
But let's see. The Super Cup with Shanghai Port was quite well.
I was also
by
very
Shenhua.
lucky to score that goal.
Yeah, of course, of course they did.
They didn't actually grasp the real opportunity they created. This
Meizhou, well, it's also another team from the middle of the table, and I think they will also maybe they will avoid relegation battle, but they should be around 10, 11th place in the league. I think that Shanghai could win 2-1 maybe. Yeah, I that's my prediction for this game.
And Coulson?
I think I also think Shanghai Shenhua will win this game, but I think 1-0 maybe.
0-1. Okay, I'll do it different this time. I think it's 1-1 draw because I see the problem with Shanghai Shenhua's defense system. They put too many attacking players in up front. Yes, they have to use these 5 foreign players, but nobody defend. And like you said, the coach is not good enough. I have my evidence because I watched 2 matches when they play against Qatar during this equality tournament in Qatar or UAE. The way how they play against Zenit was ridiculous. Even the Zenit has many, much more better players, but still, the Shanghai Shenhua's foreign players wasn't, in their best form, or they weren't trying even to fight for that match. And so I watched 3 matches Shanghai Shenhua play. I don't see much how this Russian coach was trying to, to make this team play. In what way? In what tactic? Or just through the Brazilian, the Portuguese, whatever they have, do individual attack and we'll see what's gonna happen. And I also a bit worried about our national team player in this team because they didn't get enough minutes during the equality tournament and also in the Super Cup. The media said because they were tired, they were exhausted after the Asia Cup. But for me, if you buy some national team player, you need to think before you ask them. And from what I heard, that let's say the player from Beijing Guan, Gao Tianyi, he was contacted by Wu Jingwei before Wu Jingwei got fired, which means there's something in the middle. Maybe a player like Gao Tianyi would caught up between these 2 coaches. If the Russian coach didn't like the way how Gao Tianyi play, and that will affect our national team. If they, or not just him, but Dai Weijun and well, Jiang Shenglong, they both young and they need minutes to play, but now they have all these foreign players. And I wonder what you guys think about this new policy of 5 5 foreign players. for Chinese club to have.
Well, I think it's good that the teams can play with 5 foreign players. But if we go back to the times when there were big money in the league, so we could see that almost every team used foreign players in the attack, and that Chinese players couldn't play because they were big stars who have to play.
Yeah.
And I think it was the problem that now with the national team that the young Chinese players couldn't get enough time.
Yeah.
And now when we see the national team, which is over 30 years old, average age, so well, it's good to have foreign players. They can be very strong points of the teams, but I think Chinese teams should also focus on young players from their country to develop and to gain experience, because it's very important for the national team also.
Yeah, and that also comes to the Polish club. You see Legia, you see Raków, even like Poznan. They also have a lot of foreign players, even they're EU citizens, but you don't see many domestic Polish players play in the actual Liga.
Like for example, Radomiak, we have only one player under 21, which is always the goalkeeper, and we don't have good enough player from the field to play under 21 Polish player. So as you see, sometimes it's easier to get foreigners because sometimes they are cheaper than young Polish players. So this is also the
cheaper
problem.
than young Polish players, really?
Yeah, because there are not good enough young players in Poland.
That's
maybe
why they're expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's easy to get a better result if you well, foreigner is cheaper. I mean for the Polish league. They are no very expensive, but they are better than the young Polish player. So it's a easy solution for
But
I
then
think for many
just
Polish club.
circle.
Yeah,
and forth
let's go
and
back to the new policy of the Chinese Super League. Well, I think 5 foreigners is not bad, because for the team from the middle or in the bottom, they will have more chance to find some good player. They are better than Chinese player, so they will have more competitive in this league. But yeah, that's a big problem, because the club, they prefer to buy some foreigners in the attack or in the midfield. So the Chinese player, they will have a big problem. When you look at in the Japanese league, you will see that the foreigner, sometimes they are just a rotation or substitution. So there's a quite different with Chinese league. So I think if we have a salary cap for maybe for the fourth or fifth foreigner, so if you set up the limitation of their salary, they will not buy a very good foreigner, maybe just by a rotation, by a substitution, and he's useful, but Chinese player will also get more time. So yeah, that's a big problem. I think they need to find a solution.
Yeah, but sometimes it's difficult to satisfy the fans and the clubs and the national team, and China is still developing in football or in many other aspects, still moving slowly back and forth. Sometimes back a little bit, 2 step back, and sometimes just going circle. So guys, let's predict top 4 teams of this season. What do you think?
Top 4 team.
Top 4,
yeah,
let's say.
top 4, yeah. Well, I think Shandong will be
Win.
the champion.
Mhm.
I think they have the best team,
Mhm.
and if they sign a new striker
Yeah.
during summer,
Mhm.
it will be also very helpful.
Mhm.
Chengdu for the second place.
Wow, Chengdu.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Shanghai Port, I see that, of course, this new coach, like you said, he's very interesting. He has experience with Ante Postecoglou, and he won a championship in Japan. But I think this team will have some problems, like we spoke, that Wu Lei and other Chinese national team players are quite old, and I think they will finish on the third position, and then Beijing Guan will be the fourth.
Beijing Guan.
I want to see them in the top four.
Okay.
For me, I will put
Thank you for
Shandong
Beijing.
Taishan in the first place.
Okay.
Yeah,
Taishan.
if they can do any new sign in the summer, they will be easy for them. For the second place, I will choose Shanghai Port. I think they are still better than the Chengdu Rongcheng. But Chengdu Rongcheng, they are also very competitive, so I will put them in the third place. For the first place, I think Shanghai Shenhua or Beijing Guoan is hard to choose. I think it's very close. But I think I will choose Shanghai Shenhua. They have a lot of good Chinese player, but there's a problem. Some of them they can get a lot of time on the field. But let's see. I will put Shenhua on the first.
Okay.
For the fourth.
So for me, Taishan, it's there's no question about Shandong Taishan. So second one would be also Haigang. I think or maybe Haigang will go. Maybe let's do this. Let's do Haigang because you guys already picked Taishan. I go for Haigang champion of this season, and Taishan second. Again, second. Third one, I go for Wuhan.
Okay.
I'm curious how this club will, because they have interesting scouting. And last one, fourth one would be Chengdu also. Yeah, that's my.
That's interesting. So you think
Just
Wuhan will be the dark horse?
Something different. And also the relegation we already talked about. You guys mentioned, I wrote down already. You guys mentioned Changzhou and Qingdao Hainiu and Nantong Zhiyun also, yeah?
Yeah.
Nantong.
Yep.
And Qingdao West Coast could be different, but we don't know. And what about dark horse of the season?
Dark horse. Good question. Well, for me, Chengdu.
But if they are top four, unless
Okay.
Chengdu got
Yeah, they
champion.
are top four.
Well, Tianjin maybe.
Tianjin, okay.
I think they have quite good team, and
which position you think Tianjin would end up as a dark
top six. Top six, I think, is okay for them.
Last season they were number 8, yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
you
think they can be on fifth position.
Fifth, okay. Maciek. And Coulson.
I think Wuhan three times could be the dark horse. I wouldn't say they will be the top five, no top four, but it's possible if they get to the top five or top six.
The last season they were number 7.
Number 7.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's very close. Maybe Shenzhen Pond City. Yeah, because they have some new players, but but they are good players.
What position?
Anglada,
Which
Dugalic, or
position?
I think Pond City they will be in the top 8.
So number 8, huh? Number
Yeah.
8.
For a new team in Chinese Super League, I think it's not a bad result. So I
Okay.
will say they will be the dark horse.
I agree with you. I think also Shenzhen could make something happen, but maybe I'll choose some other team. So you guys all think Zhejiang won't be able to go back to top 4, yeah? Maybe
Yeah,
Zhejiang.
I think so.
Zhejiang finished at 3rd last season. Right?
Yes, they are a good team, and well, it's possible that they will still be in top 5, but I don't know. Let's see. For me, they are some better teams than Zhejiang.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I think Tianjin maybe also. I have to agree with Maciek. Maybe Tianjin can go to top 4 even. Just one spot.
Interesting choice.
Yeah, because I hope they do well. And I think that's it for today. It's already 1.5 hours. And
Yeah.
which match would you like to watch, you guys?
From the first game day,
First round,
I think
yeah.
Wuhan with Shanghai Port will be the most interesting.
Oh, so
The
everybody will
champion of
watch that.
2022 and 2023.
And which you will still watch on Hot Pot, yeah? YouTube.
Yeah, that's right.
You don't use Migu as
I'm not sure if it's but because you use it, yeah.
yeah, I use
And
it
it's
because I'm commentating on this
all right.
platform.
I have never used it, so maybe I will try.
You need VPN to go back to go
All
to
right.
China, and
Okay.
I will send it to you.
yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Because I think I'll watch a couple of this match, and my plan is to have a review of the last round. I don't know, Monday, Tuesday, up to you guys. Yeah, if you have time. If you don't have time, we can combine these 2 episodes in one, review and
Right.
preview. Yeah, like this. And I think it's anything you want to add or talk about.
No, it was funny experience, nice experience to talk about Chinese Super League in another language, because I was always talking about Chinese football in Polish, so interesting experience for me.
I hope our podcast will be useful for Polish fans for Chinese football and other from other countries. Who knows? Our native language is now English, so forgive our grammar mistake or lack of vocabulary. I hope we conveyed our.
Well, I think our vocabulary is easy to understand.
Yes.
Yeah, I think maybe we can invite some guests in our podcast.
Sure.
Yeah, like I know there's a French guy, Maciek, you know him. He's a Taishan fan. So
Of
maybe
course, Sebastian. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
so we can have different.
For example, we can invite him. Just make a short interview or let him talk about the Taishan's match.
Oh, he can
During
come
our
to the
broadcast.
podcast for sure.
Yeah.
We can
So,
invite all different people who's interested in Chinese football.
Yeah. In different show we have different guests, so it will be interesting maybe.
So good idea. Okay, thank you guys, and thank you for listening.
Thank you.
For our audience.
Thank you.
I will upload
amazing
this.
See you next time.
Yeah, see you. Have a good evening. Dobranoc.
Dobranoc.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay,